Hey there guys, welcome to this video on YouTube Analytics. In this lesson, we'll be looking at why you should get to know your channel's analytics, important analytics to pay special attention to, what answers you can derive from these analytics, and how to use your YouTube Analytics to grow your YouTube channel. So YouTube Analytics is just a place where you can find useful and valuable insights into your channel about your videos, how videos are performing, and useful metrics to see when people are leaving, when people are subscribing, etc. So analytics is a free tool with many useful resources which ultimately can be used to grow your channel. All right. Analytics can also provide you with useful insight into who your audience is, and this can be especially beneficial if your YouTube channel is for your business, if it's business related, because as a business you need to know who your customers are, who your audience is, in order to create products and services, in order to generate revenue from your audience. You need to know who they are to best monetize that. All right. And if you are just a content creator on YouTube, knowing who your audience is can also be beneficial for your monetization methods. And this could mean if you are a creator and you want to reach out to brands for sponsorships or to companies for sponsorship deals, it'll be more helpful for you to be able to approach them by knowing who your audience is. You can approach brands that have a similar customer target, that has a bit of an overlay to who your audience is. For example, if I had a productivity and time-saving channel where I teach people how to get things done quickly and effectively and studying that type of thing, something like Thomas Frank, for example. And if I look at my analytics and I see my analytics is I have a largely male audience between the ages of 18 and 35, I can then approach a brand like Dollar Shave Club and tell them, well, hey, I've got an audience that's largely male between the ages of 18 and 35. I've got X amount of subscribers. My videos get so many views. I think it'll be beneficial to us both if we can form a sponsorship deal, because my audience is also interested in productivity, so in time saving. And your service, which is shipment of these shaving equipment, so the viewers wouldn't have to go out and purchase it. This would be another way to save time on their behalf. This would fit in nicely with the content that I create on my channel, and there will be a good conversion rate for the product, and then you can work out a deal, something like that, or approaching smaller companies and working your way up depending on your subscriber count. And these businesses may come to you then as well, and you, by knowing your audience, you can negotiate better rates for your monetization for those promoted posts. If you're going to be making promoted videos, you can then negotiate higher rates, because you can say, well, I deserve so much more because I've actually got a very targeted audience for your specific product. All right. This doesn't have to be just with sponsored posts. This monetization methods and insight into your audience can also be relevant for affiliate marketing. So if you have a largely male audience, if you want to use an affiliate product as to generate revenue, then having female targeted products will probably not be as successful as having male targeted products on a channel that has a largely male audience. All right, so your analytics tell you who is watching your videos, and this can be beneficial to your business or for monetization. Analytics can also be used as a guide to success on YouTube. So it tells you what's working and what isn't working, and essentially you should double down on what is working, find out why things aren't working, either correct those or stop doing that. All right. And then YouTube Analytics also provides answers to many, many questions. What you might find often when people talk about analytics is that it provides a lot of resources and information for you that you can grow your channel, and it'll tell you who your audience is, and it'll be a guide to success. All of these things that I've just told you here, but they don't actually tell you, or they may not actually tell you what are the actual questions and where you're going to find the actual answers that you're looking for in your analytics. And that's what I want to go over with in this video. Okay, so this video we're going to actually go into what analytics are important, or which are some very important analytics you should look into or pay attention to, and then what questions or what answers you can actually derive from those particular analytics. Okay, so let's get straight into that. And the first analytic we want to look at is which channels your videos are being displayed on. All right, so which videos your videos are being suggested on. When we spoke about piggyback videos, you'll see that this falls in a similar, or this is essentially that same thing. Okay, so which videos yours are being suggested on. So let's head over to YouTube and I'll show you how to have a look at that. First things first, we need to go into our YouTube studio and then open up analytics on the left. And now to view our suggested videos, we need to go to reach, and then we can scroll down and we'll see your traffic source suggested videos. So these are where you've gotten your most traffic from these particular videos. Now to get a more detailed view, we can just click on the see more button, and here we can see now we can change the date range to when videos were, if we want to change the date range to any specific time. So let's look at the last year. Now I haven't uploaded on this channel in 2 years, so we're going back a bit further so we can get a bit more of an accurate viewing here. All of these videos are videos that this channel's videos have been shown on. So you can see that some of them are of my own here, and you can also be shown the suggestion bar on your own content, and then people click that and then watch that video. But if we look at these, this is not, and these aren't. And then we can click on those websites or those videos and see if there's any other content that we can piggyback off of or get some video ideas from those. All right, so the question that this answers in terms of which channels your videos are being displayed on is you can find out who your cluster channels are. So which channels your videos are more likely to appear in the suggested bar for. And you can also come up with some great piggyback opportunities. So because YouTube has already suggested your content on a creator's video, they'll be more likely to suggest your content on that same creator's video if you've got a similar video as well. So you can look at which videos they've made that's popular within your niche, and then your video may appear in their suggested bar as well if you can match their optimization well, or if you can match their keywords reasonably well to make YouTube think that they're similar videos. All right, next analytic we want to look at is videos click-through rate. All right, so video click-through rate we can view by going back to our analytics. And now we can look at engagement and then see more. And then we can go down to this add a metric to a table. And then just let me have a look here. Where is the impressions click-through rate? All right, so we just want to get under reach, impression click-through rate. So we can actually go to reach for that. I got that a bit confused there. So there's the impression click-through rate. We go to reach, click see more, and then we can change this time period. And now we can see the videos click-through rate. So we can sort this by the best click-through rate. And now under the impressions, you can see how many times that particular video's thumbnail was shown to a viewer. And then you have the impressions click-through rate. So 10% of the videos that were shown to viewers were then clicked on and they led to views. All right, so you can look at your click-through rate, and the important questions here that you can derive from finding out which videos have a good click-through rate is how well your thumbnails and titles are performing. So if we look at these click-through rates here on these videos, we can see that these bottom few here or these videos of here with a low click-through rate, we may want to change these thumbnails or these titles and create some more curiosity, or give a viewer more of a reason to actually watch this video. All right, so what we could do is we can either trial different thumbnails for these videos and see if their click-through rate improves, or what we can do is look at the videos that have a good click-through rate, and then we can double down on these type of thumbnails in future videos, or testing those thumbnail styles on these ones at the bottom here. All right, so what your video click-through rate tells you is how well your thumbnails and titles are performing. The next analytic we want to look at is your likes and dislikes. Okay, and this just tells you if a video covers the topic sufficiently or accurately enough. Okay, so to find your likes versus dislikes, let's go back and then we can look at engagement. Go to the See More button. And then you can see over here in the right bar, we've got the likes versus dislikes. Let me just make this last 365 days again. And now you can see here, we've got for this video is 81.9% like to dislike ratio. And then for videos that have a low like to dislike ratio, like this one over here, for example, you can look at why people are disliking the video. And then you can either create a new video busy addressing the problems in the original video, or if your video has performed very well and it's gotten a good amount of views, you can then maybe double down on that content. So you might create another video, you might create a sequel to that video if it's performed well, right? So your likes and dislikes tell you if you've covered a topic sufficiently or accurately enough, and whether or not you should do a sequel to a particular video. The next metric that we want to look at is your average watch time and retention rate. And all this tells you is how engaged is your audience. And this can be very important for channel growth, because you want to have as an engaged audience as possible with a very good video click-through rate. So if we look onto YouTube Analytics, firstly, we'll see that under reach, if we look over here by impressions, you can increase the chance of YouTube suggesting your content by increasing your click-through rate and your video watch time. So your video will be shown more often to people. YouTube will recommend your content more if you have a good click-through rate and if you have a good watch time. So how do we find our video watch time and our retention rate? So generally you want to do this in a video by video basis. So we'll go to our videos section on the left, and then we can look for a video. So I'm going to go with this one. I'll just click on that one. And then we want to go to the analytics section on the left. And now we can see here's some watch time. But now we want to look at the audience retention. So we can see that the average view duration is 1 minute and 5 seconds. This is bar on the left here. You can see the average view duration is 1 minute and 5 seconds. So on average, people are watching 35.9% of this video. And then you can see here along this video where people are dropping off. Okay, so the average view goes to about here, but we can see along this graph that about 13% of people stay all the way to the end of this video. What's more useful here, if we see a sharp decline in people dropping off. So for example, if people are dropping off here on 1 minute 20, and there's a big drop here from 37% to say 15%, we can then go and look at the See More button. And then we can drag our mouse down to the 1 minute 20 mark. And then we can actually look into the video right here and see, okay, why are people dropping off here? Is there something that happened in the video that might have caused them to leave? Or did I say something in the video that may have caused them to leave? What is causing this sharp drop off? Because generally a sharp drop off that's not gradual like this, there would have been something that created it. All right, so we can then address what that problem is. So in our future videos, we won't do that again. And then we can look at, see how the audience retention performs for those videos then in the future. Now, what this can also tell you is where to put in video cards. So if you see a sharp spike, a sharp drop off in viewers over here, for example, that 20% drop off or so, we can then maybe put in a video card around the 1 minute 14 mark. So before the spike happens, and that card will then point to another video on the channel or playlist or something like that they can then watch. So an alternative, we give them a call to action so that they don't, if they may want to leave the video at this point, and this call to action is then telling them or giving them another option. So instead of leaving your channel for good, you're just providing them another video that they may then watch, and then that may then cause them to subscribe or watch more of your videos. So you're not going to lose or you may not lose a viewer, then you will overall probably lose some viewers, but you can also save some viewers and keep some viewers on your channel by including cards just before drop-off points or just before your average view duration. So we could go to the 1 minute 5 or 1 minute 1 mark and put a card in over there, and then over here, if we have a sharp decline in people leaving the video over here, we can then add a video card in on this side as well. All right. The next analytic that we want to look at is subscriptions and unsubscribes on videos. To view this, we can go to our analytics again. So let's just go back into the studio, YouTube Studio first. Click on the analytics tab, go to engagement, the see more button over here, and now we can see a bit more information about the last videos we've made. And now let's go to the last 365 days, so we've got a bit more information. And now we can go and add a metric to the table. Okay, so we can go to interactions, and then we can view subscribers gained as well as subscribers lost. So let's click subscribers gained at first, and then we can add subscribers lost as well. And let's just sort this by subscribers gained. And now we can see that this particular video, 35 people have subscribed on that particular video's URL on that page. So they clicked on the subscribe button on that page. And the same would be for this video with 14 people subscribing, and this one has 7 subscribing. And then we can also see subscribers lost, someone unsubscribed on that video's page, and on this one as well. You can see they've got that. And on the royalty-free music here, we can also see someone subscribed on that page as well. You can see here that subscribers lost. We've got a larger number here compared to the amount of people who unsubscribed from these particular pages. So there's only 3 people that unsubscribed from a video in this particular metric, but 59 people in total were lost from the channel. And now that just means people may have gone to the channel itself and then clicked the unsubscribe button, or clicked the unsubscribe button from a different point, so when they weren't on one of these particular videos. What could also happen is that YouTube periodically does spam subscriber purges. So they remove spam accounts. So a lot of the time you'll find that you might get some subscribers that are just subscribed to you, but they're actually a spam account that interact, and they're just subscribing to you for no apparent reason, bots. And you probably did not ask for them, and they may just have appeared on your account for no apparent reason, but you've got them, and YouTube then goes and occasionally clears out some of those bot accounts. So accounts that are spam, they remove that, and that can then show you in the subscriber loss. So you might see every few months or so that you'll lose maybe a few subscribers, and that'll most likely just be YouTube cleaning out your account. All right, and you'll also see that a lot of the time on YouTube, a lot of other creators will also have mentioned that they've lost subscribers in that particular time frame. So you can see if YouTube's doing a purge by just paying attention to Twitter or YouTube and just searching for a query like YouTube subscriber spam clean out or something like that. All right, so here we can see which videos have gained subscribers, which videos have caused people to leave your channel, and this can be important because it can tell us which videos are getting the most subscribers. The proper question we want from that is which call to actions are actually causing people to subscribe. So if I have these 2 videos here or if, let's say I've got this video at the bottom and this video at the top here. Now this one has only gotten 1 subscriber in the last 365 days, and this one has gotten 35. Now at the beginning and at the end of this video, I may have mentioned that someone should subscribe to this channel for more content like this. And in this one, I don't mention it at the beginning, and at the end, I only remind them that they should maybe like the video. All right, so what I can see here is that because I added this call to action, this is one of the variables that could be causing people to subscribe to the channel from this video, because I've used that call to action. So what I can then do is test in the next video if I add a similar call to action of people to subscribe, like this one, if that video also results in a larger number of people subscribing to the channel. All right, so the analytics gives us a way to test and analyze results, because numbers are useless without context. All right, so we have to know why we are looking at subscribers, and that's why you need to know what questions are being asked in order to find the answers that we're looking for here. So why are we getting subscribers here? Is it the call to action that I've included in this video, for example? All right, so your unsubscribes can also tell you which videos are causing you to lose subscribers. So if you're losing a larger number of subscribers in a particular video, you may then see, okay, well, people don't like this content. There's something that they may not want to see. All right, and then they're leaving your channel. So what your audience do not want to see can also be just as important as what they do want to see. So the content that they don't want to see, that's generally content that you do not want to create, because you're losing subscribers. Your audience is not watching that. That's not going to be beneficial to your channel growth. All right, and it'll also decrease your video's performance and your overall SEO performance on YouTube. So the next analytic we're going to look at is your video shares. And this basically just tells you which types of videos are shareable, and it can tell you what call to actions you're using in those videos are the most effective. So this is similar to your subscriptions. You can see which call to actions are working. If you perhaps mentioned that someone should share this video to their friends or something like that, or depending on what video it is. And you can then look at what videos are shareable. So if we go to our analytics, we can see that under the same category that we were previously. So if we go to analytics and engagement and then see more, let me just make this the last 365 days again. Now we can see that here's a table showing the number of shares each video has gotten in the last year. So we can see that if we sort it now by just clicking on it, we can sort it by the most shared videos. You can see that the 7 best websites for free stock footage were shared the most amongst this channel's videos. And we can then look at this. Is this shareable content? Did we include a call to action to share this video in this particular video? This other video, is this shareable content? Did we include a call to action to share this video? What we can notice from these 2 videos in particular is that they both are quite short. There's a 3-minute video and this is a 2-minute video. So that may play a role in the shareability of them. All right. So by looking at which videos are getting the most shares, we can look at what content our audience finds as being the most shareable and which call to actions are the most effective. We don't want to test call to actions for subscribing, for links, for sharing videos, for likes, sorry, and sharing videos all in one video, because it can be harder to gauge which one is causing people to share the video, which one's causing people to subscribe. It may be that one is not quite as effective because you've mentioned that people should subscribe and they should like and they should comment and they should share and they should answer a question and they should visit your webpage and they should subscribe to your email list and they should do so many different things that they're not going to cause any action. So you can include 2 or 3 call to actions in the video and then gauge how they perform. All right. And then you can look at your video, the videos that get video shares, to see which ones are shareable content, and then work on improving click-through rates and watch time on shareable content if you want to try and get your videos to go viral. Okay, so the next analytic that we want to look at is your end screen card click-through rate. Right, and this is just the end screen cards that appear at the end of your video. You can see what percentage of your viewers have actually clicked on those end screen cards as opposed to leaving the channel or viewing a suggested video or having the play next video play next. Alright, so to see our click-through rate on our end screen cards, we can go to our particular video. So let's go and scroll down to this best websites for free HD stock footage. Go down to analytics. Then we're going to click on the engagement tab here at the top. And then we can just scroll down and we can see here in-screen element click rate. Alright, so this is the click rate on this particular video. And then you've got the channel average just beneath that. So we can see this one's performing around about the channel average just beneath it. So then we may look into then changing a few things on that particular in-screen. So maybe select a particular video that should appear there, or change it if it's not best for viewer. We can then change it to best for viewer, so YouTube will automatically select one of our videos that is most applicable to that specific viewer watching our video, watching that specific in-screen card. And that can then increase the click-through rate on our in-screen cards. And that just means we're getting more people, or we're getting people to stay on our channel possibly for longer, and we're getting more views from that particular video. And because they've stayed on the video all the way to the end, they'll be more likely to watch through the next video as well. All right, so let's go and look at the questions that you can get answered there. And those are, should you change your video in-screen cards? And as I said, if it's performing below average, you may want to change it to either to a specific video, to your latest video, or to YouTube recommending, YouTube choosing the most applicable video for that particular viewer. So have it automatically give it the best choice for that particular viewer. All right. The next metric we want to look at is your average view count. So videos performing above or below your average view count. And what this tells us is what content is performing above average and what content is performing below average. All right, so this one's a bit different to the other analytics, as it's not actually here. This one we'll have to work out ourselves. So first we can go to our video page for this particular channel, and we can see that there's 30 videos on this channel. So 30, we'll take a note of that. Go to analytics, and now we want to look at how many videos this channel has. All right, so we can see there's 202,000 views on this channel, and there's 30 videos. So we can go and then type in 200,600 views divided by 30 videos. Gives us an average view per video of 6,753. Now, this is not quite as accurate as it could be. So let's remove that, and what we can do is remove some of the outlier videos, some of the videos that have gotten a lot of views, in order to work with some of the more averaged out videos on the channel. So we can see that on your analytics page under overview, we have this top videos section, and this shows us the 5 most popular videos in the channel. We can click see more to look at whether or not they are the main outliers. And now we can see here that these are the most popular videos. It's sorted by views. So what we can do here is we can just take that 202,584 and then just minus the actual views here, and then work out the average for the rest of the channel. All right, so let's go and get rid of that 49,151 minus 40,179 minus 30,480 minus 22202 minus 13,517. All right, so we can see that the total views for the remaining 25 videos is 47,000. So what we want to do now is minus or divide this number by 25. So these 5 videos have been removed from the calculation entirely now. So we've removed that, and that's why we've gotten the number 25 from 30. All right. Now we can see that our channel average, the average view number for videos minus these outliers, is 1,882 views per video. What we can then do is look at these videos now and see, make a draw an invisible line, or we can just select one of these. Or let's just mark one of them so we can see where the line starts and where it stops. So all of these videos that are beneath this marked box have performed below average. So we may want to look at what niche these are in, and how their thumbnails are, how they've been optimized, if they've been optimized well enough. Were the keywords too competitive for them? And did we go after the correct keywords? Were there any other mistakes in terms of optimization that we did with these videos? Or are they not ideal for our audience? Were there not enough search traffic for this particular keywords? Were the videos not value rich enough? And we can basically analyze these videos and see why they haven't performed as well as the videos in the top. So we can look at these videos in the top and we can see, okay, what did we do good? What did we do well with these videos that caused them to perform above average for our channel? All right, and then we can double down on this content. We can make more in terms of this backpack review, for example, or a ring light. This other microphone review, we can look at more lenses. We can look at more lenses, free stock footage videos. All right, so we can double down on this content because we know that's performed well, and we can see what the aspects of these particular videos that did perform well. When we find our average view count, we can see what's performing above average to double down and create more of. And we can see what content is performing below average to stop creating or to try and improve upon. All right. And then the last analytic or the last metric we want to look at is your channel demographics. So who is watching your videos? And as I mentioned earlier, this can be beneficial to your channel growth, your business, and also maybe to your monetization methods. So let's head over to YouTube Studio once again. So we're already on our analytics page here. What we want to do to find our channel demographics is click on the audience tab here on the top. Let me just make sure this is on 365. All right, and then if we scroll down, we can see here some watch time information and subscriber bell notification information. But more important for us is our channel gender. You can see here we've got the percentage of people who are male watching videos in this channel and female watching videos in this channel. And this is just for people who have disclosed their gender and have been logged in on their accounts. All right, you can also see here top countries. So we can see that the same as this is also people who have logged in and have disclosed this. United States, people in the United States, 23.6% of the views have come from there, 8% from the United Kingdom, 5% from Germany, and so on. All right, so this is important because if we are creating videos in the future, we may want to translate our titles and our descriptions into these foreign language. We've got English, and then we've got German and Hindi or whichever other Indian languages we can use then to try and get more viewers from Germany and more viewers from India. And then we can also include subtitles in those particular languages if possible, in order to keep the viewers on the channel for longer, to have a higher audience retention, even if we are not making content in that particular language, right? So that means you can get more views from these particular countries. And then we look over here and we've got age. You can see here that 66% of the audience in the last year was between the ages of 25 and 34. And this can also be good if you're working with brands. You can tell them exactly how old your audience is, who's watching it in terms of gender, which country they're in, and so on. You may notice that the countries here are not showing, the numbers here don't quite equal 100%. And that just is because not 100% of the views had their geography, their country, location tagged when they were watching the view or when they were watching your video. Right, so it just shows you the percentage of total views and not the percentage of people in a particular country, because you may have more people in a specific country not logged into their YouTube or using a VPN or a virtual private network, for example. All right, and that is pretty much your audience. So in summary, analytics provide you with the answers to many important questions. They can provide you with great content ideas for future videos. They can also tell you when to make changes, and they can tell you what content that you should make next. All right, so what content you should double down on, what you should focus on, and what you should not focus on. And that is it for this analytics video. I'm going to see you in the next one.